Modi and Biden meeting. Currently, we're cutting across to that. This is taking place at the G7 at Hiroshima right now. These are the live visuals that we're getting for you on the screen. Those are the visuals of PM Modi and Biden, who are meeting on the sidelines of the G7 summit.
में अगर हम कहें तो इतिहास हमारा और अमेरिका का एक जैसा रहा है। हम विश्व की सबसे जो बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी है वो है, तो अमेरिका सबसे पुरानी डेमोक्रेसी है। तो इन तस्वीरों के जरिए आप समझ सकते हैं कि विश्व का जो सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र है उसके सबसे बड़े नेता भारत के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी, और विश्व का जो सबसे पुराना लोकतंत्र है अमेरिका, उसके प्रमुख जो बाइडेन, उनके बीच ये मुलाकात। और
Going across to my colleague Abhishek Jha. Abhishek, visuals there of PM Modi meeting Joe Biden on the sidelines of the G7. We know that the Quad leaders, including PM of Australia, Albanese, they were all scheduled to meet, and these are the visuals that we're getting live at this point in time.
And Prime Minister Modi was looking forward to meeting Joe Biden. We know that Prime Minister will be going to USA next month, where President Biden has invited him over a dinner in the last week of June. And before that, this meeting holds significance because these two leaders have the opportunity to engage and interact on the issues that they are going to discuss while they'll be having a bilateral meeting in USA as well. Also, India, Australia, Japan, and USA, all the members of Quad countries are going to have a Quad summit talks also in Hiroshima on the sidelines of the G7 meeting, because we know that President Biden had to pull out of that meeting that was slated to happen in Sydney, Australia, later this week, but because of his domestic issues of sovereign default and negotiation with the Republican side, he had to pull out from that meeting. And after that, it has been decided that all the leaders of Quad countries will be meeting in Hiroshima on the sidelines of G7. So before that, later in the evening also, these leaders are going to meet in that Quad format. Before that, Prime Minister Modi's meeting with Biden holds significance because it is coming at a time when India and USA are having a very strong and robust bilateral relationship in people-to-people exchanges, trade, commerce, defense, and all sort of global cooperation and regional cooperation are also becoming key focus area of the two sides.
Abhishek, at the G7 summit, PM Modi expected to talk about the global challenges such as food, fertilizer, and energy security. He has a number of bilaterals scheduled for the day. In fact, it's going to be a three-nation tour that he's embarked upon now, and Hiroshima is going to be the first one, the first stop.
So Shilpa, Prime Minister Modi is going to have this bilateral meeting. In fact, he has already met a couple of leaders, starting from host country Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Then he met with his Vietnamese counterpart as well. Prime Minister has also engaged in some cultural activity because he had unveiled Mahatma Gandhi's first in Peace Memorial Park in Hiroshima in the morning today. And since then, he has also met some Indian personalities in Japan who have tried to strengthen the bilateral cooperation between India and Japan in cultural and people-to-people exchanges and social domain. So, Prime Minister is having a very schedule, and also this meeting that's happening with USA and other counterparts is significant because it gives an opportunity before the upcoming G20 meeting that India is going to host in the month of September. Of G7 are actually going to be part of that G20 meeting. G20 meet that is scheduled to happen in Delhi in the second week of September. This is kind of fresh. This will give a moment to the upcoming meeting of G20 and what all issues should be discussed in that meeting.
Abhishek, India a guest at the G7 now, and the Gandhian influence has been a big talking point this time with that bust of Gandhi as well unveiled there. Talk us through the sort of impact we're expected to have.
Of course, Mahatma Gandhi is clearly an undoubtable figure at the world stage who had fought for his cause, for the freedom, for the most, pious target without resorting to any violence or any. And this is the honesty, and this is the that Mahatma Gandhi had bore through his political life that has resulted in having so many leaders who advocated, the course of non-violence to achieve their larger goals, starting from Martin Luther King Jr. to Nelson Mandela. There have been other world leaders also who have espoused the teachings and lessons of Mahatma Gandhi. And at a time when the world is facing the most fearsome battle ongoing in Ukraine and between Ukraine and Russia, this is a time where in this canvas again let the world know the lessons Mahatma Gandhi's that issues of differences or mutual confrontation cannot solve through the means of violence. The place of Mahatma Gandhi's birth has been unveiled by Prime Minister Modi. There is a huge building, a dome, which was destroyed by the 78 years ago when the first nuclear bomb was dropped on the city of Hiroshima in the World War II. So, building hasn't yet in a similar manner to tell the world what it is of going to the city, and in front of that is the first who connect the tragedy of war and how, without having fought the war, war is in control.
Abhishek, those visuals there of PM Modi with Joe Biden, but he's already had a very productive day. He was received by a Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. He also met with the President of the Republic of Korea, Yoon Suk Yeol. Can you tell us about the matters that were on the table during these talks?
Of course, Prime Minister had a very productive meeting with all the three leaders that he has met since morning. We know that India and South Korea, they are nations on the areas of technology transfer. In fact, the most advanced 5G telecommunication technology, something that India has been keen on getting from South Korea. And then there are other issues of semiconductor supply, automobile supply, and especially high-end technology component supplies from South Korea. So clearly, a very strong partnership has already been founded between the two sides, and on the top of it is Prime Minister Modi and South Korea's new president gets a chance to meet and interact. Clearly, that long-standing friendship and the strong partnership is going to only further from here onwards. Prime Minister also had a meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, where both the sides talked about the friendly ties that India and Japan has had. What they can do, strengthen security issues or technology transfer or other areas where both the country can collaborate.